If you walk around and think that everyone and everything is racist and there's systemic racism and everything and the reason for everything bad that's happened to you in your life because of racism and this and that, that's a problem with woke culture. It goes too much. It's a hyper reactivity. The oppression that we see here in the States, it's real. I'm not gonna lie. There are some bad things, there are messed up people, but y'all swear it's not the same everywhere else. Y'all swear it's different and better anywhere else. Name me one place that has better race relations than the United States. You're not put on this earth to be emotional about everything. You're put on this earth to do whatever work it is you need to do. Never in the world, in even a household, has equality ever existed. Nature does not make things equal. It makes things fair. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Saving America with the Ricoverse. So, today I want to talk to you guys about the danger of woke culture. What is woke culture? There are many ways people can define it, and there are many ways people can see it in action, but how I'm going to define it is the awareness of certain problems in society and the hyper reaction to this awareness. I know it sounds kind of weird the way I'm defining it, but I'm going to do it one more time. The awareness to problems in the society, especially Western society, American society especially, and the hyper reactivity to these problems. I'll give you an issue. Racism. Some people think it's everywhere. Some people don't think it exists anymore. But it really isn't a problem if you think it exists or not. What is the problem is a hyper reactivity. It's how you react to your belief that this exists or doesn't. So if you walk around and think that everyone and everything is racist and there's systemic racism and everything and the reason for everything bad that's happened to you in your life because of racism and this and that, that's a problem with woke culture. It goes too much. It's a hyper reactivity. You guys want to protect and defend and come out on top and be the hero, but the issue you're fighting for, let's just say, it might be bigger in your head than it is in real life. What is systemic racism? It doesn't really exist. Everything exists within an environment. And you can't say, well, let's take one big example case that most people are going to use. African Americans, black people. People might think there's systemic racism and black people have been oppressed and so on and so forth, but there's one big key distinction between between black people, black people who think they're oppressed and have a victim mentality and those that don't. And I'm not saying that some of them are conservative and have broken through the mindset, but there's the one big factor in a lot of this is what generation did they come over in? If they came over 200, 250 years ago with, they have roots in slavery, they tend to be more accepting of the idea that everything is systemically racist. Whereas if you take someone who came to the States, some African from Nigeria or the Congo or any other African nation, they're going to have a different mentality. They're going to come here and be like, man, this place is amazing. Look at all these things I can do. They're not going to see the oppression. The oppression that we see here in the States, it's real. I'm not going to lie. There are some bad things. There are messed up people. But y'all swear it's not the same everywhere else. Y'all swear it's different and better anywhere else. Name me one place that has better race relations than the United States. The place where everyone comes to congregate in. One place that has better race relations than the United States. And you can say, well, we have problems here because of this and that and this and that. Nah, man. Have you checked out what's happening in was it Sweden? Was it Sweden or Switzerland? Probably Sweden. In these very, very homogenous countries, white-centric countries, when large groups of migrants go into these countries and start creating little pots of chaos, it's crazy. This isn't an exclusive American thing. Problems between different cultures and different races arise everywhere in the world at any point in time and have always arose. You are different than me. We're going to have differences. We're not going to see eye to eye, but we can still live with each other. That's been the norm for millennia. Nowadays, though, everything's so in your face with the social media nonsense that, well, even if it's one time in a million that things happen, a bad thing might happen. A bad thing race related might happen to you one in a million times. But now you go check on the internet and it happened to this guy. That was his one in a million. And this guy, that was his one in a million. And now you don't see it one in a million. You see it like, oh my gosh, it's happening to half of us. No, man. You guys are the 50 in a million. That's basically, that's it. And sure, is it bad that these things are happening? Sure. None of this is acceptable. Discriminating someone solely based on their background is stupid. And doing that in any way, shape, or form is stupid. Now, we can discriminate and come to conclusions and so on and so forth, but we must not act as if our ideas are facts. We can't. We might be able to see someone, discriminate, say they look like this, they might look like this, but you can't act on that until they have themselves proven it with their actions. You can say, I think this person does this, this, and this, but until they do these things, it's not good to go on believing that this person does this, this, and this, right? Give the people the benefit of the doubt, but always be aware. People, I don't know. I don't naturally think people are good. I think people don't want to get fucked with or fuck around with anybody else, or like, because energy. I don't want to cause conflict. I don't want to step over my bounds, because then we're going to have to figure this shit out, and that's not good for anybody. So for the most part, people want to keep the peace, because the peace is much easier and much cooler and much more, it's much easier to live in peace than it is through chaos. No lie. So that's most of us. There are assholes out there who use anything they can see about you, or they think they see about you, or they might have heard about you. They use anything and use it against you. It can be your race, it can be your religion, it can be an idea, it can be something you said to this one person at that one time that was taken out of context. All these things are discriminating factors, but that doesn't mean that the system itself is discriminating. The people are. The people are the ones discriminating. You want to fix discrimination? Okay, go talk to the parents. Tell your kid to stop discriminating. Tell your kid to be like, don't. Here's one thing that I keep seeing, and I'm gonna just say it, in Latino communities, Mexican communities, there's a very big thing to say gringo and say white people do this and white people do that. For a lot of the times, that generalization is pretty damn true. A large collection of the people that do certain things are of a predominant race. A large collection of the people who are in power here are of a certain race. But then let's not fucking bullshit ourselves. Mexicans elected by Mexicans are being corrupt in Mexico. Corruption is everywhere. Bad people are everywhere. This is what the reality we have to deal with, right? So remove yourself from this hyper reactivity. Be aware. Be aware. Know that these things are wrong. Know that systems can be flawed and can be fixed, but do not just try to burn it all down for the sake of equality. That shit does not exist. That shit does not exist. Never in the world, in even a household, has equality ever existed. Nature does not make things equal. It makes things fair. Let me say that shit one more time. Nature does not make things equal. It makes things fair. I'll prove it to you. Every animal, every insect, every bacteria that is a prey, that is eaten, has a self-defense mechanism ability. They defend themselves in one shape or form. So, is it equal that predator eats the prey? No, it's not equal. This guy's stronger. The predator's stronger, faster, whatever it is. But the prey is also able to adapt. That's what makes it fair. Nature is fair, not equal. All right? So let's get out of this idea of equality for all. That doesn't exist. That does not exist. What needs to happen is proper treatment, proper humane treatment for all. Now, I'm not saying you have to respect everybody because I believe respect is earned. And anybody who demands respect off the bat can go fuck themselves because you do not deserve respect off the bat. Respect is earned. Now, you're not in your own right to disrespect anybody. You're not allowed to disrespect anybody off the bat. That makes no sense. I just met you and all of a sudden I'm just cussing you out and dissing you and saying all these bad. No, that is not allowed. I don't have to respect you, but you shouldn't disrespect me. We can be at peace without respect. There's a mutual understanding. There's no need to fuck with each other here, right? Let's do that. Let's not fuck with each other. Let's realize that we're different people wanting different things, but we both do want peace. Some people want war or something, but at the end of the war, you want this war because at the end you want peace. There are very few people who actually want chaos for the sake of chaos, and those people should be ignored completely because they're psychopaths. You can't trust psychopaths. People who want war for the sake of war are fucking psychopaths. Enough of those demons. We don't need any more. Now, the Buddha himself talked about the concept of idiotic compassion. Okay, maybe it wasn't the Buddha. Maybe I might be misquoting good old Buddha-ji. But idiotic compassion is taught in Buddhist scriptures. And the concept of idiotic compassion is you want to help these people so much, but you don't see the damage that you're causing with this help. You don't see the overbearing effect this desire to help needs. So now every time you see a video that happens, a police brutality video, now you have to march, now you have to do this, now you have to do that. There's no real thinking. Like, I'm just gonna be honest. What the hell were the George Floyd riots for? What did they do? They didn't do anything. What did they cause? All they caused was police departments to get defunded and then refunded, because defunding police departments is kind of stupid. I'm not gonna lie. Do you need repurposing of those funds and put more into training and education and all these other things, preventative measures? Sure, we can argue and have an argument about that. We can go through their budget. That zero problems with that. The problem is the extreme hyperreactivity that people have in a sense to try to avoid other people's pain. Oh my gosh, police hurt someone. Let's ban all police. Stupidity. This is what we need to get more hold of. Like, I swear people don't meditate anymore. I mean, I don't think they ever did, but how can you be so reactive? Never mind. I just kind of answered my own question. Social media has caused our attention span to be 4 to 5 seconds short. Swipe. Oh, this is funny. Swipe. Oh, this is cool. Swipe. So we get a dopamine hit every couple of seconds, and I'm not gonna lie, anger, this anger energetic feeling that you get, yeah, that's some kind of chemical being released. I swear people are fucking addicted to anger at this point in time. If they weren't, why is that their natural response to everything? Why is their natural response to everything? Oh, I have so much trauma. Yeah, you do. Let that shit go. That's why you're so fucking angry. Let that shit go. What the fuck else are you gonna do with that shit? You're gonna keep holding it inside? You're not holding it inside. You're exploding every fucking chance you get. Enough of your bullshit. Enough of this nonsense. Let's get to work, all right? Preventing pain leads to pain in this case. Your desire to prevent pain, this idiotic compassion that you have to try to fix every little problem in a extremely hyper-reactive way, you can't fix one situation with the police by banning police stations or fixing the system or whatever. These are things that are going to take time, and there are systems that are going to be placed, and it's going to be a ladder more than it is a goddamn race. It's going to be this step and then this step and then this step. This eventually leads to better societies with better policing, but you can't just outright claim we need better police, because that shit does not exist. Because if we did do that, let's just say we need better people that aren't fucking criminals. We wouldn't need police if we didn't have fucking criminals. That's just being real. That's just being real. So, enough of our stupid fucking victim mentality. We don't need it anymore. Recognize the problems. I'm not saying completely ignore this shit. No, there are many fucking problems out there. Saving America is about fixing these problems. I am not a big proponent of protest and this and let's go say our voice here and voice there. I mean, to a degree that might help, but I don't honestly see how any major protest, including January 6th, has done anything beneficial for society in the past 10, 20 years. The last one I see that has some kind of benefit was Occupy Wall Street. I think that was 2011. Yeah, 10 years. That was the last real fucking manifestation that actually did something. Everything else is either just bullshit marketing tactics from nonprofit organizations seeking a fundraise or some nonsense ideal pushed by nonprofit organizations seeking a fundraise. Like, in the end, a lot of this bullshit is just money. A lot of this victim mentality is just people's hyper reactivity. Go meditate, sit the fuck down, cross your legs, close your eyes, let the bullshit play in your head, and then fucking chill. 10 minutes a day is all you need. 10 minutes a day, 10 minutes a day of you sitting down, closing your eyes, and chilling. Breathe in, breathe out. I guarantee you, if you're acting in anger every day, if your natural response is like, this will help that 1,000%. Next time you feel yourself getting tense, you're going to be like, yeah, I don't really need to get tense. I can understand the situation and give a response without being angry. You don't need to be angry to respond, people. Learn that shit. Stop being a woke-minded victim, motherfucker. It's good to be aware. It's good to be conscious. It's good to go forward toward enlightenment. But it's not good to be hyper-reactive to everything and get emotional about everything. You're not put on this earth to be emotional about everything. You're put on this earth to do whatever work it is you need to do. So go out and do it. Quit your bitching. See you guys next time. Peace.